In this session, let us continue to discuss about inverse Laplace transforms. The last concept, application of inverse Laplace transform, we will be discussing here in this session. So mainly in the previous sessions, it's been a fifth session that we are discussing about the inverse Laplace transforms. There is so much to learn, and like here in this module, you have learned mainly what is inverse Laplace transform, standard functions, inverse Laplace transform of those standard functions, and different methods to find the inverse Laplace transforms, which we have studied in detail. And here in this session in particularly, let us see an important application of inverse Laplace transform, that is to solve a differential equation. So how actually this inverse Laplace transforms have been used to solve a differential equation is going to be studied in this session in particularly. So here that is also called as an application of inverse Laplace transform. And if you remember in the beginning of the module, when we were talking about the Laplace transforms, I have told you this Laplace transform is an important tool which converts one form of an equation to another form of an equation. That is the main advantage of Laplace transforms. And here let us see how exactly it will be done. So if you want to solve a differential equation by using the Laplace transforms or an inverse Laplace transform, you need to make some substitutions such a way that, so to solve a first order and second order partial differential equations, we are going to make use of this concepts. So if at all you have a first derivative dy by dt, so that we can write it as y dash, and Laplace transform of a first derivative can be written as s into Laplace transform of y of t minus y of 0. Similarly, if the second order derivative is there included in your equation, then that is y double dash, and Laplace transform of y double dash can be replaced as s square into Ly of t minus s Ly of 0 minus y dash of 0. And if it is third order derivative, then it is s cube Ly of t minus s square y of 0 minus s y dash of 0 minus y double dash of 0, and so on. So try to remember these expressions in your own way. So what I would suggest you to remember here is, for a first order derivative, your equation or a substitution starts with s and the power is 1. First order derivative, the power of s is 1, and it has only 2 terms. So if the first order derivatives, you have 2 terms. For second order derivative, you have 3 terms. And the equation start with s square, the order of the differential equation, and the order of a derivative, and the power of s is same. And whereas the number is in number of terms is one more than the derivative number of times you have differentiated it. That is, if you have first order derivative, there are 2 terms. If you have second order derivative, there are 3 times. And if it is a third order derivative, there should be 4 terms. So the equation start from s cube, and it is in the decreasing power of s, and you will have L of y of t first, then y of 0, then y dash, and y double dash. So this is just an observation which I had made, and try to remember in your own way. Try to observe the equations and remember in your own way, because these substitutions are very, very important in solving the differential equation using Laplace transforms. So let us see how exactly it's been done by using the problem. Let us see the first example. It has asked us to solve by using the Laplace transform. Equation given is d square y by dt square plus 4y is equal to 0, and the conditions given are y of 0 is equal to 2 and y dash of 0 is equal to 0. So that is a condition given for us. So now and given that what is the given equation, write the given equation as y double dash of t plus 4y of t is equal to 0. And we need to find the Laplace transform of it. So take Laplace transform throughout the equation. We get it as L of y double dash of t plus 4 L of y of t, and Laplace transform of 0, that we keep it as 0 itself. And L of y double dash of 3. If you can recall from your previous slide, that y double dash Laplace transform of second order derivative will be replaced as s square into L of y of t minus s y of 0 minus y dash of 0 plus 4 into L of y of t is equal to 0. And now let us simplify further, and let us substitute the conditions given in the problem itself. The conditions are y of 0 is 2 and y dash of 0 is equal to 0. Y of 0 is 2. So this term is 2 and this term becomes 0. So when we make a substitution and simplify, we can group this L of y of t and L of y of t term. So we get s square plus 4 L of y of t minus s into 2, and y dash of 0 is 0. So only this term is there. And our aim is to find Laplace transform of y of t. Keep this aside. Remaining all the terms you can transfer towards the other side so that we get 2s by s square plus 4. So this is how we had got an equation. So differential equation has been changed to an ordinary equation. And now transfer this L also towards the other side. So it becomes 2 L inverse of s by s square plus 4. So once we arrive at this step, then you have to use a suitable method to solve further and get the solution. So here it is a standard function s by s square plus 4 is nothing but Laplace transform of cos 2t. So straight away L inverse of this can be written as cos 2t. Okay, this is how you need to solve an equation, and try to summarize in the form of a working rule. If a given equation has been given, first write it in the form of y dash, y double dash, y triple dash and so on. Then take the Laplace transform throughout. That would be your second step. And third step would be substitute for the derivatives in terms of Laplace transforms. That is, if y double dash is there, you have to start from s square into L of y of t minus y of 0 minus y dash of 0, like that, and make a suitable substitution for the derivatives given in the equation. And the fourth step would be substitute the conditions given in the problem in the solution and simplify, and try to get a simplified version. Keep L of y of t in one side and remaining all towards the other side, and then transfer L also towards the other side so that it becomes L inverse, and there you have to apply a suitable method to get the expression for y of t. So this is how the working rule goes. Try to remember this working rule and apply the same working rule for all the problems so you can land up with the solution. So let us see another example. Solve by using the Laplace transforms. The given equation is d square y by dt square plus 3 dy by dt plus 2y is equal to 0. And the conditions given are y of 0 is 1 and y dash of 0 is 0. So consider your given equation. So given equation is in the form of y double dash plus 3y dash plus 2y of t is equal to 0. So take Laplace transform throughout. So L of y double dash of t plus 3 L y dash of t plus 2 L y of t is equal to 0. Make a substitution. So for y double dash, Laplace transform of which will be s square L of y of t minus s y of 0 minus y dash of 0, plus for y dash of t, 3 is a common term, write it outside, s into L y of t minus y of 0 plus 2 Laplace transform of y of t is equal to 0. And now let us group the terms, all L of y of t terms one side and remaining towards the other side. So this is what the expression we get. And further simplifying, L of y of t is equal to s plus 3 by s square plus 3s plus 2. So now this is where the differential equation has been converted to an algebraic equation. And now we have to think how to proceed further. So consider this term alone separately, and denominator can be written as s plus 1 into s plus 2 by using fractions. So when we make a fractions, we get that, and s plus 3 divided by factorization. Sorry, you can use the concept of factorization here. Use the concept of factorization so that you get s plus 1 into s plus 2. So here by using the partial fractions, we get this expression, and substitute a suitable value for s. So you already have come across many problems like this. So use the same technique. Substitute a suitable value for s in such a way you get a value of unknown, any one of the unknown. So here we get a value of a which is equal to 2. And when we substitute s is equal to minus 2 in the above equation, we get b is equal to minus 1. So substitute the values of a and b in this equation and then the previous equation. So we get L inverse of this is equal to 2 L inverse of this minus L inverse of 1 by s plus 2. So what is our L inverse of s plus 1 is? It is e to the power of minus t. And L inverse of 1 by s plus 2 is e to the power of minus 2t. So this is our solution y of t is. So actually differential equation was given and we have converted to f of s form, and then we have applied inverse Laplace so that we have come to a conclusion that is finding the function y of t. So this is how you need to solve a problem. So let us see another example of similar type. Solve by using the Laplace transform. The given equation is d square y by dt square plus 4 dy by dt plus 4y is equal to e to the power of minus t. And the conditions given are y of 0 is equal to 0 and y dash of 0 is equal to 0. So as it is, the differential equation can be written in this form first, and then take a Laplace transform throughout, expand each term by using the suitable substitution. So y double dash is replaced by this, y dash is replaced by this, and y of t is there as it is, and Laplace transform of e power minus t is 1 by s plus 1. In the previous problem, the other side of the equation we have taken it as 0, but it need not be 0 always. It can be a function also. So this is how you will get an equation. So Laplace transform of e power minus t is 1 by s plus 1. And next is as it is, like group the terms of all L of y of t terms, 1 by s plus 1. So L of y of t is 1 by s plus 1 into s square plus 4s plus 4. And simplify further, s square plus 4s plus 4 can be written as s plus 2 the whole square, and transfer L also towards the other side. It becomes inverse Laplace transform. And now apply the concept of partial fractions. So which method to be used, you need to decide at this stage itself, and that method to be used to go further. So here it looks like the partial fraction method is going to give us a solution. So expand by using the partial fractions, and continuing further, to substitute a suitable value for s. S is equal to minus 1. We get a value of a is equal to 1. Substitute s is equal to minus 2 in this equation. So you get a value of c is equal to minus 1. And if you put s is equal to 0 in the same equation, we get the value of b is equal to minus 1. Substitute these values of a, b, c in your previous equation, and you will get this, and apply L inverse on both the sides. This is what the equation we get. And L inverse of 1 by s plus 1 is e power minus t. L inverse of 1 by s plus 2 is e power minus 2t. And L inverse of 1 by s plus 1 the whole square is 1 by s square, where s has been replaced by s minus 1. So it must be s to the e to the power of minus 2t into t. So s is replaced by s minus 1. So it must be e to the power of minus t itself. Sorry, make a note of it. And this is e to the power of minus t, and L inverse of 1 by s square is t. So now you can group the terms. So y of t is equal to e to the power of minus t minus e to the power of minus 2t into t plus 1. So this is the way you need to solve a problem. Let us see another example. Solve y square. Solve d square y by dt square plus 2 dy by dt minus 3y is equal to 3 sin t, and the given conditions are there. So as it is, consider a differential equation. Take a Laplace transform throughout. So we get this equation, and expand the derivatives by using the suitable substitutions. This is what we get, and Laplace transform of sin t is 1 by s square plus 1. So group the terms of L of y of t one side and remaining towards the other side. So L of y of t is equal to, this is what an equation we had got. Transfer L also towards the other side. This is L inverse we get. And consider this part alone separately, because it looks little complicated to solve. So take it separately, solve it, and then you can substitute it back here itself. So I had considered the equation. So here the first term is okay, s square plus 1, and the second term is s square plus 2s minus 3. So we have to use either factorization method or grouping the method. So 2s can be written as 3s minus s and minus 3. This is what the term we get. And since s square is there, you have as plus b here divided by s square plus 1, c divided by s plus 3, and d divided by s minus 1. So how do we remember, like how many unknowns to be introduced? It depends on the highest power of s in the denominator. So if here in this term the highest power of s is 4, so here when you expand it by using partial fractions, there must be 4 unknowns. A, B, C and D are the 4 unknowns which we have introduced. The next step would be take LCM and form an equation. So this is what the equation we get, and now put a suitable value for s. In such a way we get the values of unknowns. So when s is equal to 1, d is 1 by 8. When s is equal to minus 3, substitute s is equal to minus 3 in this equation, and we get the value of c as minus 1 by 40. And when s is equal to 0, simplifying further like this, we get an equation which is 1 is equal to minus 3b plus 2 by 5. And substituting another value, we get this, and we know so here 3b is equal to 2 by 5 minus 1, and 3b is, this is what the value, but we need to know the value of b, so we get this as minus 1 by 5. Comparing the coefficient of s cube, why are we doing this as a question mark? Why don't we give some other value for s? So you can check for all the possibilities. If there is any possibility to give a value for s in such a way, you will get a last unknown. You can always do it. When there is no option, such options holds good. Then you have to think comparing the coefficient of highest power of s. So here the coefficient of s cube has been compared on both the sides. So when we do that, we get a plus c plus d is 0 and a is equal to minus c minus d, and make a substitution, and a is equal to minus 1 by 10. And therefore now take L inverse. L inverse of this is going to be this with the values of a, b, c, and minus 1 by 5 is a common term, take it outside. So we get it as L inverse of 1 by s square plus 1, and here we get this term, and here we get this term, and here we get this. And L inverse of these terms we have written at L inverse of this is sin t, L inverse of this is cos t, and L inverse of this is e power minus 3t, and this is e to the power of t. So all this put together gives us the function y of t. So this is how you need to solve the problem. So again, I'll recall the working rule. First, consider the given differential equation, write it in the form of y dash, y double dash, y triple dash, and so on. Then take a Laplace transform throughout. So substitute Laplace transform of y double dash, substitute for Laplace transform of y dash, substitute Laplace transform of y of t. Then use the given conditions. Simplify an equation. Group the terms. Group all y of t terms one side, remaining all terms towards the other side. Then transfer L also towards the other side so that you get L inverse. Once you arrive at this step, identify suitable method which gives us a solution in a better way. So use that and proceed further to get a solution. Okay. So this is about inverse Laplace transforms. With this we have completed the module 2. Module 1, so the entire module has been covered. So hope there is, if there is any doubts, get back to us in the comment section, and you can mail me too. And there are many more problems have been solved in the notes. I suggest you all to download the notes and try to work out more number of problems so that you get a confidence. Thank you.